I'm thinking all the time how I really should go with it. Learn a little more about letting go and flow with it. Give it on over to a room full of friends where the mood's just right and the song never ends. Just lying on the floor and feeling all the good times, opening up my head and coming up with a few rhymes, and waking up my baby in the middle of the night, cause I gotta write down what I just got right. See, I had a great dream just a minute ago. I was in a big theater and lying on the floor, and we were watching John Hartford way back in his prime, and all my friends were there. It was a grand old time, and I was really in the middle of going with the flow of it, writing down words without questioning and blowing it, and being in the moment right then and right there, in a place in time, though I know not where. Well, there was Keating, Mary Beth, Philip, Dale and Tracy, Rebecca and Gary and Doug, Mike and Amy and Sarah and the kids in my own Bonnet Bee, coming down the hall and sitting with me, and old John Hartford on the stage up there, dressed up like a Russian with his crazy long hair. And funny, he was also there just sitting right among us, and then lying on the floor like he was just one of us. He was feeling for his pen so he could give it to me, to write down all those words flowing fast and free, from the head to the pen to the paper. Don't you see, it was a miracle and wonder of nature just to be in a room with all my friends, and I hoped it wouldn't end. It was a circle of life, and it wasn't pretend. Yeah, I wish I was back in that hall once again, just staring at the ceiling with a paper and pen, in a red carpet room with my heart all filled with the happiness I had for a time. Man, what a thrill. John Hartford swooping down and entering my dream, dropping in for a visit while I was doing my thing. Well, thank you, John Hartford, for being such a good friend, to jump into my dream and play in my head, and for handing me the pen from your old gig bag and helping me write a song called the Hartford Rag. On the floor of the Red Theater Hall, I put that pen to the paper to catch the words and all, which were going from my head to the pen, don't you know? But the paper was wet so the ink wouldn't flow. But I knew that I had a crazy tune coming out, so I had to shake myself and wake myself, cause I had some doubt that I'd remember all the words that were starting to come through. But the image of me and my friends so true was one I wanted to keep, cause it was a beautiful thing, us lying on the floor and having a song to sing. So that's why I'm up now with a paper and a pen, taking dictation as I think about my friends in the Red Theater Hall, and John Hartford hanging around on the stage, on the floor, in my soul and in the sounds of one hand clapping and 2 feet tapping, and a banjo picking, and a lifetime sticking to a dream that I had such a long time ago, where I pick with all my friends at a bluegrass show. Like I said, the paper was wet and the ink wouldn't take, so I had no choice but to shake myself awake, grab a pen and a notebook with my trusty old pals, and quietly slip away from my sweet little gal, who was sleeping. But then she said, "Baby, what's up?" And I said, "I got lyrics." And she said, cause she knew that even if it's 4 a.m. on the night before the worst Monday that's ever been, that I'll jump right out of bed at the drop of a dime. If the words are coming out, you can bet every time you gotta catch them when they come. That's my rule of thumb, cause they don't come again. You get exactly one chance to write a song about a red theater and all your friends and all the smiles, cause it won't come later. And that's why I'm sitting here mumbling at 4 a.m. trying to let my baby sleep while I scribble with a pen and put down on paper what came to me in a dream, and thanking John Hartford for all that it means. There's one more thing that I didn't explain, and it's the funniest part, though it's a little insane. See, I was lying on the floor and John was on the stage, but he was also at my side as I scribbled on the page. And John was all smiles as he handed me his pen, cause he was teaching me something, teaching me the zen of going with the flow, and with a wink and a nod, it was like a pat on the back from the hand of God. And so the words came out just as natural as could be, about a moment in time in a place that was free. Yeah, those minutes on the floor with John and all my friends had to be a taste of heaven, cause the feeling didn't end. It just made me happy, glad to be alive, and sense of peace, and it made me smile. And yeah, it may sound crazy, but it felt so real. It was exactly the way I always wanted to feel, with my baby and my friends just lying all around. And John Hartford was there, and we was all getting down.